You didn't really have to sell Phoenix to your uncle back in Schenectady, right? Particularly in the middle of winter. He says, invite me out. I'll sleep outside. It doesn't matter. Pretty easy town, pretty easy state to sell. But what happens if you're selling Phoenix to China? Barry Broom has been doing that. Just a matter of a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Barry Broom was in what part of China?
Dalian.
Where is that?
It's about hour and 45 minutes by air northwest of Beijing.
All right. So you went over there because you're the grand poobah of GPEC, Greater Phoenix Economic Council. Your job is to sell Phoenix to everybody who has a bank account, everybody who has a business.
That's right.
Okay. So how'd you do?
I think we did really well. We made a presentation to over 22 companies. Mayor Stanton and I did.
From different countries.
From different countries. We had some intensive conversations with the Shanghai leadership. So the leadership of Shanghai is going to host us in April, set up a meeting with 25 CEOs out of Shanghai for the mayor and I to present the region to. But we had, a lot of European companies were there, German companies. We actually met the Microsoft leadership in China to talk about engaging a science and technology strategy here with Arizona State University. So the forum gave us a global perspective, but our emphasis has been on China for a new foreign direct investment market because of its opportunities.
And you're going to go back to Shanghai to concentrate on that.
Yeah.
Well, what does China need that we have?
Well, China needs new markets to sell products. China needs access to materials, commodities, and materials. Things like mining materials are very important to the Chinese. China needs know-how. So, they have very important partnerships in China with our very own First Solar. China's planning on putting in 35 gigawatts of solar power. That's the equivalent of about 8 or 9 times of all the solar power currently in the United States. And a company like First Solar that's here in Tempe and Mesa is going to be an important intellectual partner. So China wants to come to Phoenix. They need to make an aggressive move into the U.S. economy to keep growing. They're looking for expertise, talent. They're looking for a soft landing for their investments. And they're looking for a commercial and economic exchange where they can sell us goods, buy goods, and especially a big appetite coming out of China for mergers and acquisitions of U.S. companies.
But when you visit with these people, highly sophisticated business leaders, as a matter of fact, I think that a lot of people are still going to be surprised because they think of the Marxist regime, communism, and nothing at all when it comes to a free enterprise. You get off that plane and you go to your hotel, and Mercedes dealerships over here and high fashion malls over here. Are they just kidding with the communism thing?
I actually asked my translator once when I was over there how he felt about communism, and he said he was disappointed it didn't work because so many people in China sacrificed their lives in the name of it. And I thought that was a really interesting point. But I think China is dominated by people under 25, women, and men over 55 that have entrepreneurial capital business skills. And the young people in China very much want to be Americans. Shanghai's culture is dominated by Western culture now, kind of like when Japan went through that phase in the 80s and 90s. So if you're 22, 23 years old, you want to dress like an American, you listen to American music, you work very hard on your English, and your dream one day is to come live and work in America. I think that's a really exciting proposition for us.
I've been fortunate enough to travel in China, and I know that if I'm in downtown Shanghai and I am carrying a picture of Beyonce, I will be instantly recognized and popular. But what do they know about the Old West? Is that attractive to them like it is to so many parts of Europe? Yeah,
it's not like Germany. The Germans are fascinated by the Old West. What China is first off, the bird phoenix, and everything helps you. The bird phoenix is a really important spiritual and national symbol in China. It means rebirth, optimism. The closest I could align it with is almost the American eagle, the bald eagle. So when we come in with Phoenix, and we're the Phoenix market, there is a natural inclination to talk to us and to work with us. they basically understand California a little bit. They got a vague impression of New York, and they know almost nothing about the rest of the United States. They're not familiar with Texas. They have no idea what the Midwest is. And so there's an opportunity for us with the name Phoenix and with Arizona being new and our proximity to California of really opening up an important business relationship.
So listen, if you happen to be fortunate enough to travel in China and you stop by one of those remarkable Chinese restaurants, don't necessarily expect tea, because the waiter may come up as a result of Barry Broom. He may come up to you and say, "May I fix you a margarita? Patron, perhaps? A little salt around the edges." This is What's It Like on KTAR.com.